Hello students, welcome to the lecture on Philosophies of Marketing Management. And after this lecture, we will be able to learn the following objectives. Define the important concept of marketing management philosophy, discuss the marketing environment, define the factors of marketing environment, discuss the importance of marketing, and define the pricing as an element of the marketing mix. Important concept of marketing management philosophy. Let us start with marketing. Marketing is a social and manager process whereby individuals and groups obtain what they need and want through creating and exchanging products and values with others. There are 5 alternative concepts under which organizations conduct their activities, the so-called marketing management philosophies: the production, product and selling, marketing and societal concepts. Important concept of marketing management philosophy. Under the marketing management philosophy, we shall study the following 5 concepts. Production concept. If the goods, services are cheap and they can be made available at many places, there cannot be any problem regarding sale. These companies put in all their marketing efforts in reducing the cost of production and strengthening their distribution system. In order to reduce the cost of production and to bring it down to the minimum level, these companies indulge in large-scale production. The utility of this philosophy is apparent only when demand exceeds supply. Its greatest drawback is that it is not always necessary that the customer every time purchases the cheap and easily available goods or services. Product concept. Those companies who believe in this philosophy are of the opinion that if the quality of goods or services is of good standard, the customers can be easily attracted. On the basis of this philosophy or idea, these companies direct their marketing efforts to increasing the quality of their product. The customers do take care of the price of the products, its availability, etc. A good quality product and high price can upset the budget of a customer. Therefore, it can be said that only the quality of the product is not the only way to the success of marketing. Selling concept. Those companies who believe in this concept think that leaving alone the customers will not help. Instead, there is a need to attract the customers towards them. They think that goods are not bought when they have to be sold. This concept offers the idea that by repeated efforts, one can sell anything to the customers. This may be right for some time, but we cannot do it for a long time. If we succeed in enticing the customer once, he cannot be won over every time. Marketing concept. Those companies who believe in this concept are of the opinion that success can be achieved only through consumer satisfaction. The basis of this thinking is that only those goods service should be made available which the consumers want or desire, and not the things which we can do. In short, it can be said that it is a modern concept, and by adopting it, profit can be earned on a long-term basis. The drawback of this concept is that no attention is paid to social welfare. Societal marketing concept. This concept stresses not only the customer satisfaction, but also gives importance to consumer welfare, societal welfare. This concept is almost a step further than the marketing concept. Under this concept, it is believed that mere satisfaction of the consumers would not help, and the welfare of the whole society has to be kept in mind. In short, it can be said that this is the latest concept of marketing. The companies adopting this concept can achieve long-term profit. The marketing environment. I hope you understood what we just discussed. Now we move forward and discuss about the marketing environment. An organization's marketing environment can be defined as the actors and forces external to the marketing management function of the firm that impinge on the marketing management's ability to develop and maintain successful transactions with its customers. The following parts are items which make up the marketing environment. Marketing segmentation. It is the division of total market into specific groups relating to customer needs and characteristics. Not every consumer has the same needs and wants. Demographics. Demographics are the characteristics of a population categorized by age group, sex, income level, and level of education. Economic conditions. It is an economy never stays the same. It is always expanding or contracting. During a period of high employment, a business may have to reduce its advertising and emphasize essential goods and services. Competition. It can take many forms. Direct competition is the rivalry that exists when two or more businesses produce similar goods or services. Indirect competition is when both companies sell different goods or services but many substitute each other. Social and cultural changes. Social and cultural changes. As consumers' lifestyles, values and beliefs change, so do their needs and wants. As a result, they spend their money on different goods and services. Technology. It has significant effects on marketing. New technologies can sometimes stimulate businesses or open the door to brand new ways of marketing. The microenvironment. The microenvironment of an organization can best be understood as comprising all those other organizations and individuals who directly or indirectly affect the activities of the organization. The following key groups can be identified. Customers. An organization should be concerned about the changing requirements of its customers and should keep in touch with these changing needs by using an appropriate information gathering system. Intermediaries. Intermediaries often provide a valuable link between an organization and its customers. Suppliers. These provide an organization with goods and services which it transforms into value-added products for customers. Very often, suppliers are crucial to an organization's marketing success, especially where factors of production are in short supply. Other stakeholders. These include local community groups, government regulatory agencies, pressure groups, employees. These are all examples of stakeholders in organizations. Value chains. It is introduced to help understand the complex relationships which can exist between a company and its customers, suppliers, and intermediaries. The macro environment. The macro environment comprises general trends and forces which may not immediately affect the relationships that a company has with its customers, suppliers, and intermediaries, but sooner or later, macro environmental change will alter the nature of these relationships. Most analyses of the macro environment divide the environment into a number of areas. The macroeconomic environment. It affects the willingness and ability of customers to buy their products, the effects of government policy objectives on the distribution of income can have profound implication for marketers. Through models of national economies, firms try to understand how sudden increases in expenditure, whether by government, households or firms, will affect their sector. The political environment. Marketers need to monitor the changing political environment because political change can profoundly affect a firm's marketing. Political stability can be crucial for market stability. Governments pass legislation, have a major influence on the economic environment, and can influence the culture of a country. The social and cultural environment. It is crucial for marketers to fully appreciate the cultural values of a society, especially where an organization is seeking to do business in a country which is quite different to its own. The demographic environment. Demography is the study of populations in terms of their size and characteristics. Among the topics of interest to demographers are the age structure of a company, the geographic distribution of its population, the balance between male and females, and the likely future size of the population and its characteristics. Changes in the size and age structure of the population are critical to many firms' marketing. The technological environment. The pace of technological change is becoming increasingly rapid, and marketers need to understand how technological developments might affect them in 4 related business areas. New technologies can allow new goods and services to be offered to consumers. New technology can allow existing products to be made more cheaply, thereby widening their market. Technological developments have allowed new methods of distributing goods and services. New opportunities for companies to communicate with their target customers have emerged. Monitoring and responding to environmental change. There are so many examples of firms who have neglected to study and respond to environmental change and have eventually withered and died. To avoid this fate, a firm must understand what is going on in its business environment and respond and adapt to environmental change. The internal environment. Marketers do not operate in a vacuum within their organizations. Internally, the structure and politics of an organization affect the manner in which it responds to environmental change. 2 aspects to a marketing manager's internal environment are of importance here. Firstly, the internal structure and processes of the marketing department itself, where one actually exists, and secondly, the relationship of the marketing functions to other business functions. The flexible organization. The management of change is becoming increasingly important to organizations driven by an increasing speed with which the external environment is changing. Flexibility can be called for on a day-to-day basis and long-term. Factors of marketing environment. Now we will move further and study about the factors of marketing environment. Every marketing strategy has to meet with certain challenges when it is launched in the market. Concepts in marketing environment can be explained broadly in the following 2 ways. Internal and external forces, factors, parameters that can directly or indirectly influence, positively or negatively, the capability of a firm to carry out its business plans. The business laws, trading rules and regulations in existence upon which the business firm has no direct control, but they can be phenomenal in influencing the firm's business. Components of marketing environment. There are 2 components of marketing environment forces, viz. the external factors and the internal factors that we have discussed earlier in this chapter. Most important marketing environmental factors. For gaining a competitive edge, firms have to ensure that they are successfully able to follow some marketing tools that can help them immensely in external marketing environment. They are as follows. SWOT analysis. What is the strength of our business that we can leverage in a tough marketing environment? Is it our business location, a new product service we have thought to launch, or specialist marketing expertise? Just focus on our strengths. These are the key factors that marketing teams should analyze while planning on marketing goals. Once we are aware of the SWOT of our marketing team and our firm, we will be able to perform with more effectiveness. Pest analysis. Pest refers to political, economic, socio-cultural and technological factors that may have significant influence on the business plans of a firm. As a part of our market research, analyze properly how each of these factors affects our chances of success. 5-force analysis. 5-force analysis focus on a single objective of SBU or strategic business unit. The strategic planning to deal a brief overview of 5 features will help us to understand this parameter in a better way. Threats of entry. What are the possible factors that can prove obstacle for our SBU's success? Will competitors come up with a new strategy? Similar questions need to be researched in the domain of threats of entry. The power of buyers. The number of buyers will be high for something that is supplied by few large players in the market. To target such products and items, we need to come up with some strategy. The power of suppliers. Our marketing environment is influenced by the power of our suppliers. For instance, switching from one software firm to other will cost more. The threats of substitute. Similarly, what if some other products are handier than the one our firm launched? Analysis of marketing environment for threats of substitute is important. Competitive rivalry. This factor is at the helm of all 5 forces. All other factors vary and can get controlled depending on how deep is the competitive rivalry. The importance of marketing. Now we will move further and discuss about the 5 functions that illustrate the importance of marketing. There are 5 functions that clearly illustrate the importance of marketing in a business. Customer. The customer's needs, wants and demands are what a business caters to. How well the business captures customers' attention through marketing its products and services affects how many customers spend money with the business. Without promotion, the customers do not know what a business has to offer. Finance. The more effectively marketed a business is, generally, the more financially successful and stable it is. Finances affect how many goods a business can produce, since supplies for manufacturing cost money and labor does too. Human resources. Every business needs human resources to serve as labor. Human resources are how the business makes its products or provides its services. Production. The more products a business manufactures, the more goods it has to sell and the more potential earnings it has to make. Competition. As certain goods and services become more popular, more businesses start offering them, making competition for them keener. Marketing helps make our business stand out so that customers will prefer to buy from us than from businesses that offer similar goods and services. Customer importance in marketing. Considering customer importance at all stages of the marketing process helps our company to ensure greater customer satisfaction and increase its long-term goal of repeat business. Psychological considerations. The psychological makeup of consumers plays a crucial role in developing a product and a marketing campaign that identifies and addresses consumer needs. The purpose of marketing research is to identify these variables and to incorporate them into the campaign. Marketing considerations. Some of the considerations to take into account when marketing to our customers are honesty, integrity, and clarity. Keeping consumer needs in mind is also an integral part of effective marketing. Word of mouth. Underestimating the power of customer word of mouth is detrimental to our success. Consumers like to talk, whether they are talking about a product they enjoyed or a product that left them wanting. Word of mouth has a snowball effect, particularly in an age when fast worldwide communication is common. Customer service. Considering customer needs during the development and promotion of a product is not the only way to emphasize customer needs. Customer considerations after the product has been marketed are important as well. Pricing as an element of the marketing mix. The commercial exchange. Although people often think of marketing as synonymous with advertising or salesmanship, it is actually much broader. Marketing consists of the full range of activities involved in facilitating commercial exchanges and having all of these activities be guided by a concern for customer needs. The central idea here is that of the commercial exchange. This is where a seller provides a product to a buyer in return for something in exchange, usually an amount of money. The product could be something tangible, which is referred to as a good, or the product could be the result of human or mechanical effort, which is referred to as a service. The buyer could be a consumer, an individual who purchases a product for his or her own use, or the buyer could be a business customer, an individual or group who purchases the product in order to resell it or for some other business purposes. Summary. Now in the end, let us summarize what we have learnt in this lecture. Direct competition is the rivalry that exists when two or more businesses produce similar goods or services. The selling concept holds that consumers will not buy enough of the organization's products unless it undertakes a large-scale selling and promotion effort. Every company can have different ideas or philosophy. For example, a particular company can have its idea or philosophy that if the production is done on a large scale, the cost would be less and the product would be sold automatically. The companies who believe in production concept philosophy think that if the goods services are cheap and they can be made available at many places, there cannot be any problem regarding sale. The microenvironment describes those elements which impinge directly on a company.